Every year, the Knoxville Police Department investigates a number of homicides. Most are solved and cleared thanks to the hard work of the officers and investigators, but some remain a mystery. These cases are still open, weighing on the minds of the victims' loved ones and the detectives that work them. This is one of those cases.
On October 8th, 2016, around 5:45 a.m., we received a call of a car blocking the road. When officers arrived on scene, they found Benjamin deceased in the front seat. We found Benjamin was deceased from a gunshot wound. There were signs that a robbery and/or struggle had occurred. From there, we started canvassing the scene and backtracking from where Benjamin had come from. We found out that Benjamin had been out with friends throughout the evening. He rode with friends into the Old City. From there, friends took him back to his car and dropped him off. They waited until he pretty much pulled away. As they pulled away, we tracked Benjamin's car from the Old City to where it was found on Fairfax near Forsyth, and then shortly after, or between the hours of probably 2 and 5:45 is when the actual homicide occurred. As you pull onto Fairfax Avenue, there is a new Bojangles right there at the corner. As you travel north on Fairfax, you'll come up to a set of railroad tracks. At that set of railroad tracks, Benjamin had some car issues, and his car had stopped just on the opposite side, or the north side of the railroad tracks on Fairfax, near Forsyth. It appears that Benjamin tried to correct the problem or issue he was having with the vehicle, but was unable to and couldn't figure it out. We later figured out what was the issue with the car, but he did not. At the railroad tracks crossing, we did search, I think, a mile in one direction and another half mile in other direction. That did give us some leads. We did talk to several individuals along the railroad tracks and in the surrounding area. Canvases of the neighborhood did not give us much. Not too many people said they heard or saw anything, especially during the time frames that we were talking. It appears that it was a random act. The reason Benjamin was driving on Fairfax, going northbound, that was his neighborhood. His mother actually lived about 4 blocks away from where the incident occurred, but recently he had moved in with several other friends in a house literally 2 blocks away from that railroad crossing. The biggest thing to bring someone's attention back to that time and area would have been Benjamin's blue Lincoln Town Car, 4-door. It was actually over the railroad tracks and it was blocking the southbound lanes. It was not even in the northbound lanes at that point. That might trigger someone's memory. Of course, then, if they heard a shooting or heard yelling or a fight or anything like that. So anyone that would be out of the ordinary walking through that area that normally does not walk through the area, or even people, especially if people saw transients or homeless people even in the area that aren't there now. Again, anyone out of place in the area or should not have been out in that time, those might be people that I'd like to talk to. If anyone had information about Ben's homicide, I'd like them to call me directly at the Knoxville Police Department, or they can call the crime hotline and then remain anonymous if they wish.